This is the follow-up right here.
This Instagram model isn't real. Her entire Instagram account is generated with AI. This is the owner of the account, and he's bringing in $10,000 a month doing this. He's doing this with brand deals that feature her, and they know that she's AI, but they don't care. She's getting engagement, and she's making sales. The guy who invented this account said he did this because he got sick of dealing with models and their demands. And I gotta say, this is impressive. Like, go get your bag, but I don't think it's the most ethical. I mean, it works for him and it works for companies. But what about the people who actually do this for a living? The entertainment industry is known for treating their people like but, you know, if it's an AI product, they don't know any different. And I feel like these, like, crazy demands that these influencers have might not be that crazy, actually. They might be crazy, some of them, but not all of them. And something similar to this is actually the whole reason why the actors are on strike. It's just wild that he found a way to take models out of modeling. And this begs the question, what's next? And he's not a manager, he is the product, so he gets to keep all of the profit. It's a little sad because say what you want about influencers, but, like, it is a job, and it's like, how are Instagram models supposed to compete with this? And like influencers that are trying to, you know, get brand deals, sell products. Models already have a really short shelf life, and this is not helping. I don't know about you, but I like real humans. If you like my content, follow my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more. It really helps when you interact.
Cool. Brittany, what do you think?
I actually got an offer, and
I'm good, thank you.
And my man, who's like manages like my Instagram thing, gets approved for him. He told me, he was like, "You're not doing this offer," but like they wanted to make me into an AI.
No, I've gotten DMs
They wanted
for
to
that.
make me into an AI.
Yeah.
They wanted to take me.
It's a whole business.
Yeah, it's a whole business, and they take models and make them into an
too.
AI.
I want you to consider this. Sorry, this cake is good. I want you to consider this. If I take an AI image that is clearly Katie Moore, I need to compensate Katie Moore for that. But if I take a compilation of Milana and Katie Moore and put them together and get the average of it, I don't have to compensate anyone for that. Do you understand?
That's crazy.
I can actually, because now I have another original product. And so because of that, that's where the writer strike came from. And ladies, I disagree with you. I think artificial intelligence is going to get closer and closer to the Turing test. And once it does that, you're going to have a serious issue with girls trying to make money on OF because the guys who are managing these accounts aren't going to get any pushback or feedback or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Well,
If you have a man.
Well, the real modeling
Managing your
world,
account.
the real modeling world has AI models in it. So your big brands have artificial models or AI in real campaigns. So you have to understand at some point there is going to be a merge of the real and the AI. Those two worlds are going to have to coexist, and there's going to be a point where we as people look at airports. There was a point, I remember I was so mad one time boarding a flight, and I was like, one day you're going to be replaced by a kiosk. Now you go and you look at United, all of those workers are now what? Kiosks. Now there's more kiosks than there are people because what? People aren't, you aren't offering more than what someone else can create digitally.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
it's just it's what the world really is.
Well, I think what's interesting, what gets left out of that conversation is the demand. If you can't tell the difference, does it really make any? If you can't tell the difference,
It does to the influencer. It does to the
To the
influencer.
influencer, yes, but the consumer
influencer
is all
not
that's what it's
the
about.
corporation. So does it influence the corporation when I can cut out my bottom line? No, I would much rather pay a robot $30,000 to do the same thing that one person would do. I'd buy it one time, and I'm talking in the chef world now. So I would put a robot in my facility. This robot is going to replace your Starbucks barista that's making $33,000 a year. It's going to cost me one-time fee, $33,000. My maintenance over 10 years is maybe $7,000. I'm going to do that.
No, that's why California
Over the
Pizza
person.
Kitchen has all those like robot little things
Go
that
and look
serve
at
everybody.
it's a thing now. I'm gonna go.
They don't have barely any employees in there. If you
No.
ever walk
It's
into
like-
California Pizza Kitchen
Yeah.
now, it's literally those little robo things.
It's like self-checkout at a grocery store.
Self-checkout is
It
great.
ran into me one time.
Like, do I get a discount?
Well, I mean, there's a functional difference between automation and AI. Okay, so what we're looking at here, the reason why she's all upset about this, but that some guy made something that was believable enough that guys will still to it because it serves
Don't
the
they
purpose,
show off
right?
the cartoons though?
Well,
Aren't
that's-
there like
they
cartoon
do.
reports?
Well, but yes, there are. But the thing is that
You can tell the difference. At some point, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah,
the
but see,
difference.
that's niche, right? That's like a fetish, okay?
Right.
As opposed to this looks almost like a real chick, and she'll
But
do
girls
exactly
are
what I
going
want her
and
to do.
face tuning the fuck out of themselves,
course.
and that's not even themselves anymore. So what's the difference?
Well,
Well,
what I'm saying,
Mental
what I'm
health
saying is
you know?
it's not about the supply, it's about the demand. It's
Exactly.
the guys who if those guys, that should tell you something about your followers. I hate to put it on you, but that should tell you something about the guys who follow you on a regular basis on OnlyFans or whatever they're paying for you on in a sexual nature. Is they'll to your feet pictures, but they'll also to AI generated feet pictures just as
I'm not
well.
gonna lie,
Right.
the amount of times I've been to a gig and someone's told me, like, you guys have probably had this, oh, you look like your pics. Like, a lot of girls, like, edit
All the
pictures,
time,
like,
no.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, you actually look like your
Yeah.
pics.
No, it's a huge
Or you look
problem
better
here in
than-
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tell me I'm ugly in person, so I
Yeah. I mean, I think it feel like it
Domo
helps like
looks
raise
exactly
the
like
value
all of her
on like
pics.
human connection as well.
I don't
right?
edit
Right.
usually.
when they want the human connection.
Like it makes
but if
everyone
a
start
man's
real.
in the corner or in his mom's basement, is there ever
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
human
Connection.
connection? He's not even.
Well, that's why. That's
capitalize on that
that's the only thing that only.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
I mean, until they can figure out something like AI can figure out how to make that personal connection.
Oh, no,
which
they are.
will
Like-
probably which will come.
they are.
By the way, they're doing like Corey
Yeah.
E has a Hey Gen, and they're like making every time they have a new a client jumps on and subscribes, he goes, "Hey John, great to see you," blah blah blah, and it's her talking, but she has nothing to do with it. They're just doing an AI generated thing. I know some guys that
Saw
are doing.
the Saudi robot
No,
flirting with the girl.
no, I didn't.
What?
Okay, so there's a Saudi robot, and he's in full get up, and the commentator that was at something they were doing, she was gorgeous, like stunning, and the robot started flirting with her.
Yeah.
They had emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
is what
I've seen
Exactly.
that. The ones.
Whoa, that's
Have you guys
bad.
been to the Sphere? There's a bunch of AI robots that'll talk to you, and they get into really interesting conversations.
That's
like
so
too.
weird. To me.
What? That is
crazy.
scary.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are scared, but there's being scared in general, and then also if you're a female content creator, there are people coming for your jobs, regardless of what
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Or the
Can we-
robotics already know everything
Yeah.
about you because all they got to do is net scrape everything about Rollo Tomasi,
That
Mike
scraping
Sartain.
thing,
I
I
think
did
it's just like
that.
you.
That's all they have
Yeah.
to do.